Andy Williams sang about Christmas being the most wonderful time of the year. Perhaps it is for many, but for many more, it can be a very difficult time, when families and groups of friends are expected to gather together and be merry and bright, and someone in the crowd has to pretend that they are not feeling great emotional pain. For the past 5 years, Christmas has been an anxious time for my daughter, Dee. She's a gentle, empathetic, fair, loyal, and sensitive young woman. One Christmas, she felt that a friend, F, had devalued her, and she was deeply hurt. It was really bothering her, and she gathered up the courage to discuss her feelings with F. Alas, F failed to understand or admit to any wrongdoing. So Dee was left with the frustration and sadness of this unresolved issue. Over the years, she would sometimes mention it to me, but in the lead up to Christmas this year, she was talking about it every time we spoke. I realized that the hurt hadn't faded with time, and it was really eating her up. And so, her pain began eating me up too. Where could I turn for a word of wisdom? I reached for an old book on the life of Christ and read, "Not a sigh is breathed, not a pain felt, not a grief pierces the soul, but the throb vibrates to the Father's heart." I begged the Lord to give me the words that I could say to Dee that would make her heartache go away. I was deeply impressed with his answer. He said that he would talk to her. He said that he would talk to me too, as soon as I calmed down enough to listen to his voice. I did calm down, eventually, and I didn't hear any words, but I felt an exquisite peace and calm, knowing that he knew exactly what Dee was feeling, and he would know exactly what approach to take. 3 days later, Dee called me to say that suddenly some new thoughts had come to her, and now she was looking at the whole situation with a new understanding. She had even rung F, and they had a lovely conversation. All the pain had been miraculously dissolved from her heart. The prophet Isaiah wrote many thousands of years ago, "For all your children shall be taught by the Lord, and great shall be the peace of your children." God had explained that all of us have lost our way, and we find it very painful. If we don't know him and his design for our life, we will medicate ourselves in our fight for survival. Many of us are suffering from some trauma in life. F's chosen medication for herself had hurt Dee. Dee was going to have to find her own. God will allow us to experience the pain of living outside of his law. Solomon said, "Everything I wanted I took. I never said no to myself. I gave in to every impulse, held nothing back. Then I took a good look at everything. I saw nothing but smoke and spitting into the wind. There was nothing to any of it. Nothing." We know that the only true remedy is found in Jesus. As Jeremiah put it, "There is a balm in Gilead." and a physician there. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. For his eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me.